subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell.
Hey friends, how are y'all? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be completely different than any video I've ever done. And if you're new here, my name's Brandy, and typically my content is Weight Watchers, food, what I eat in a day, grocery hauls, that sort of thing. I haven't ventured out too much outside of the Weight Watchers realm, if you will, but today I'm going to do that. I had taken a poll last month about is anyone interested in what I spend in a week, and I got quite a few responses that said yes. And this is going to be such a hard video to edit and talk through and everything. I actually filmed and tracked my spending over a month ago, and every time I sat down to deal with it, it was just way overwhelming. So I'm home alone. It's Saturday after vacation. My husband's back out of town. So I'm like, you know what? You filmed it. Let's get this show on the road. So I'm going to try my best not to make this video just awful. But again, I'm new to YouTube. I'm trying. I enjoy it. It is what it is, which is like one of my favorite sayings. But anyways, the reason why I found it so difficult to not film the clips for this video is how I wanted to present it. And I watched quite a few on YouTube. And to me, my brain works in two different scenarios for what I spend in a week. One is you completely only include things that are money going out during that week. So for instance, if my mortgage is not due the week of the 20th, I won't include that, what I spend in a week. Groceries, I could only include what I spend on groceries that week if I went grocery shopping, and not what I consumed if it was like eating at home. So that's one way, is just to focus on your checking, credit card, however you pay for things, just going out for that week, which is the simplest way to do it, which is to me not realistic and not 100% transparent, because yes, I may only purchase, say 10 things that week. There's a lot more I'm spending that I had prepaid, or, it's due the next month. So that leads me to scenario 2 when you do these. And that is not, show the clips of what you actually bought that week, but really give the overall picture, how much does it cost to maintain my lifestyle, my house, that sort of thing. And I do live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm in a suburb, but I do work in Dallas. So that being said, I'm also, I guess my age doesn't matter now. I'm used to giving it in Weight Watchers videos, but I'll be 42 in a couple months, and it's just my husband and I, and we have also 2 dogs, and we own our own house. Obviously we have a mortgage. I guess it doesn't have to be obviously, but we do have a mortgage. We only have one car payment. The other car is paid for. And I think that we both work outside the home. So I think that pretty much sums it up. So I think what I'm going to do is grab my computer and just talk through it. And the way I'm going to present it, I have decided, is I'm going to present it as what actually I consumed, used, paid for the week of March 20th. And then at the very end of the video, I'll give a true what it costs to maintain my lifestyle. Because even though I wanted to be fully transparent and do it, my brain wants me to do it the fully transparent way, what it costs to maintain, not necessarily what I spend. But that wouldn't be a very interesting video. I mean, that would be just basically showing you my budget, right? Which I'm not gonna do. So anyhow, let's get into it, and I'll walk you through everything I spent money on March 2020. And I'm gonna go ahead and include if my husband spent any money too, just because, we have the same finances. We don't split finances at all. So let's go. Okay, change of plans. Even though my husband and I don't split finances or anything, I was thinking about it while I was really adding up my numbers, and I'm not gonna share his, at least not for this first portion, how I lay it out exactly what I either consumed or came out of my checking account, because I don't know what he ate that week. Like, I have no idea, so we're not gonna go into that. Okay, so let's start off with Monday, March 20th on everything I either spent, and I'm also gonna include what food I consumed versus going to the grocery store out to eat, because I didn't go out to eat that much. So let's just do everything I ate on Monday. So Monday I had a bagel and cream cheese and coffee with the fit shake, and I'll put up on the screen how I calculated that out. But my breakfast best guesstimate for all my food, you know, obviously I am going and looking up like the grocery store price and dividing it out best I can, but that breakfast cost me $3.12. The egg was free. Luckily my friend has chickens and he gives us chickens. No, he doesn't. He gives us eggs. And then for lunch that day, I kept it really, really simple. And I had a can of Progressive soup, a side of grapes, a Coke, and just a few crackers. And that came to $3.85. And then for dinner, I had one of the cheapest dinner options you could possibly have is buying the rotisserie chicken from Costco. Cheapest and easiest and healthiest. We get 4 protein servings out of that chicken. It's only $5. So the chicken portion of my dinner was only $1.25. And then mac and cheese, which it was the off-brand, and then green beans. And that total came to $2.81. So a very, very affordable dinner. And then snacks that day, I think a midday snack, I had a banana and some nuts. And then later for that night, kind of like a night dessert little snack, I had a bag of Drizzlicious that I buy at Costco in bulk. So my snacks that day were $1.85. So my food total for Monday was $11.63, which I actually thought kind of sounded high, but I'm curious. I haven't added up all the days yet. I'm curious to see about how much I'm going to eat the rest of the week. And then also on Monday, I had to send my dad a package. I actually made him a koozie and these labels just for him. And that cost me $4.90 to send that with tracking, which was the cheapest they offered at the post office. And the last thing that came out of my checking account on Monday was car insurance, and it was $870. But that's for 6 months, and it's for my husband and I. But like I said, I'm not going to include his, so I'm going to divide that in half. Okay, so if you wanted to get really technical, in addition to the post office insurance and what I ate, I could also go through like what I put on my face, what I use in the shower, my vitamins I take, because that is also stuff I'm consuming daily. And I'll just put little clips up of all that stuff. But just a rough best guesstimate for all those costs is about $675 a day. So that's like personal care items. So if I add, so every day I'm gonna add an extra $675 on top of my total. And that brings Monday's total to $458.28. Quite a bit, right? On to Tuesday, March 21st. So on Tuesday, I started off breakfast with recreating a McDonald's, what's it called? McMuffin, English McMuffin? Whatever the McDonald's breakfast sandwich is that's most popular. I make those a lot at home. It just has cheese, Canadian bacon, an egg, and a Thomas English muffin. And then for my coffee, I had my Starbucks dark roast with a little bit of Twix creamer and almond milk. And my calculations for that was $2.87, which is definitely cheaper than getting it at McDonald's. I know that, so that's good. And then for lunch, I kept it really simple and had one of my go-to just sandwiches with just meat, cheese on like one of those Arnold sandwich thins with a side of grapes and blueberries, cucumber, a bell pepper. I also had a yogurt and a Coke that day. And when I add all that up, that comes to $6.36. So I was surprised by that. I didn't think my lunch cost me that much. It would almost be cheaper to get a dollar menu, right? I don't know. Or dollar menu is still a thing, but not as healthy for sure. Okay, and then dinner was quite affordable. I make this like smothered pork. It's just milk with cream of mushroom and thin pork chops. It's really good. And then you serve it with a side of rice. And that night I also had some peas. And that only came to $3.83. So I'm seeing a trend here that lunch is my most expensive meal. And I guess that's because I have more prepackaged items. But anyways, that day I also had a bag of pitos, which are like healthy Funyun alternatives. I absolutely love them, but they are expensive. Each bag, like a larger bag, not like a full chip size, but like probably like that big of a bag is usually around $5. But this one I actually got on sale for $3.75. And my other snack was a boiled egg that day. So all in all, my food total for Tuesday was $16.81. So even higher than Monday. And the only other purchase I made that day was my glucosamine. My Great Dane takes glucosamine, and every 90 days I had to buy a new bottle from Amazon. And that is $86.38. So add the food total, that Amazon purchase, and my personal care daily equals a total of $109.94. So getting up there, right? So on Wednesday, March 22nd, I had a very good day. I didn't spend a lot of money. The only thing I had that day cost-wise was food. That was it. And so on breakfast, I ate a really simple breakfast, mainly because I wanted to keep my Weight Watchers points down. So I just had my coffee, same as usual, Starbucks, a little bit of creamer and almond milk. And then I just had a boiled egg, cucumber, and bell pepper. And so that was $2.84. And then lunch, we had a seminar at work, so we had a free lunch. And it was just like a box sandwich, so it cost me $0. Which that's why I ate like I did for breakfast that day, is because I knew I was eating a heavier lunch. So anyways, and then for dinner, I had the exact same dinner I had a few nights ago with the rotisserie chicken, mac and cheese, and the green beans for $2.81. And then the only snacks I had that day were a banana and another boiled egg. So that was only 29 cents. So my food total for the day was $5.94. Awesome day, right? And then you add in the $6.75 personal care for a total of $12.69. Yay, Wednesday. And then on Thursday, the 23rd, it was very similar to Wednesday. I didn't have any additional expenses besides food and personal care. This week was really, well, it was a typical week. Usually during the week, I don't do much. It's rare during the week I do much. We work far from home. So I don't spend a lot during the week. So let's get to it. So for breakfast, again, exact same coffee, almond milk creamer, Starbucks. And then I made a bacon breakfast burrito. And so breakfast came to $3.70. It seems like my breakfast is always in the $3 to $4 range. So pretty good. And then my lunch was the exact same lunch as I had on Tuesday. Just the sandwich, grapes, bell pepper, cucumber, my go-to. I finished the half of avocado that I ate earlier in the week, and I had a little bag of chips. And the total there is $5.37. And then for some reason that evening, I did stop and pick up Whataburger. I didn't cook, which is not typical of me. But the whole Whataburger total was $20.49. But again, I'm not including my husband, so I divide that by 2. So dinner cost me $10.25. And I ate a bell pepper for a snack sometime in the day, or second half of bell pepper, so it was 65 cents. So my food total for Thursday was $19.97. A little bit more because I ate out Whataburger. I think I had a bad day that day, if I remember right, like a bad work day. I think I worked really late. Okay. I keep getting more and more papers in front of me. Do y'all notice that? I mean, this video, I'm like struggle busting, but anyhow, let's continue. Let me get my stacks of notes in order. Originally, I was going to put it in Excel, and I started, and then I was like, I don't know. I got overwhelmed there too. Okay, so on to Friday, March 24th. 4th, I actually had the same exact breakfast as Thursday. So I had the breakfast taco again, and it was $3.70. And then I was being boring that day and had the same lunch as Thursday, minus the bag of chips. So it brought that total down from 330. On Thursday, the total was $5.37, but without the chips, the total was $5.12. And then for dinner, I made an amazing grilled chicken sandwich that added up to $4.40. I just guesstimated the vegetables. That was the hardest part. I didn't think it'd be very much like the vegetables on the sandwich. So I just called it like 10 cents because, you know, you use vegetables a lot and not that much goes on a sandwich. So, and then snacks. I did have one of my mini Trader Joe hold the ice cream cone, which are amazing. And I had a banana and a Kirkland's almond bar so the snacks were $1.35. So food total that day was $14.64. And then that evening there was one of my favorite shops was having a sale. So I purchased from them. I'll show you a little clip of what I purchased, or I've already received it, but I already have others. Like it wasn't my first time purchasing. Words are hard today. But that total was $110.61. And then my nephew had texted me, his school was having a fundraiser. So I gave his fundraiser $50. And then you add in the daily personal care of $6.75. So my total on Friday was $182 even. So on Saturday, we actually had a little day out. We went to Dallas. We're in the market for some living room furniture. So I wanted to go to a certain area like the Knox Henderson area and check out. They have a lot of furniture stores. But before we did that, I was gonna have, and I did try to have this mixed spiked coffee my husband got me, but it was disgusting. I poured it out, but we paid for it, so I'm including it, and that was $3.49. And then I just had, since that coffee sucked, I just had my regular Starbucks creamer and almond milk for $5.32. But like I said, we drove to Dallas. So by the time we got to Dallas, I wanted more coffee. We went to a little coffee shop. The coffee was not that good. The coffee store looked cute. And our total at the coffee shop for my coffee was $6.79. Not worth it at all. It was like really bad. And then for lunch, we went to one of my favorite places, La Duni. I had this amazing Cuban bowl and I had a sangria cocktail and we split a dessert. So my portion of the La Duni bill was $41.75. Well worth it. And then that evening, I just made us a frozen pizza, and the total for the frozen pizza came to $3.75. Now, I had a few additional expenses that day while we were out in Dallas. We had to pay $5 for parking, which was super cheap, so that was nice. Rather than searching for a spot too, I'll pay $5 any day. And then we went in Crate and Barrel looking at furniture, but while I was there, I picked up this mini whisk. I love mini whisk. I use them all the time. Once you have a tiny whisk in your kitchen, you'll find you use it over and over. But that mini whisk was $7.52. And then you add in the personal care of $6.75. And on Saturday, I spent, excuse my dog's up there and sneezed. I spent Saturday $76.88, which is pretty low for a Saturday, especially considering we were in Dallas. So that was good. And then let's finish it out. Sunday, I actually slept in really late, so I didn't have breakfast and lunch. I kind of had like a brunch at home. And I just had a toaster strudel and a smoothie, an at-home smoothie, and then my regular coffee. So that total came to $3.68. Man, my breakfast is always like $3.50 range, right? I didn't realize that. And then for dinner, I needed to use up some of the ingredients that we had used for the chicken sandwiches. So instead I made a burger. So I could use the same ingredients, but change it up a little. So, and that total was $7.16. The beef burger is more than the chicken burger because we use like this expensive beef. Not worth it either, by the way. It was very, very dense. We bought it at H-E-B, and I think they overworked it. It was horrible, but anyhow. And then we went ahead. I have a major bird issue. Not issue, I like them, but I have bird feeders, and one bird must have told another bird, and then he told his friends, and now I am buying bird seed out the wazoo. So I went to Atwood's. It's kind of like a Tractor Supply. I don't know if you all have them. Waxahachie was my first time to ever see one. And I spent $104.50 on bird stuff. Bird seed, but I also bought a new bird bath. So it is what it is. And then I stopped into Lowe's and spent $1.82 on who knows what. I can't find it, but I remember we went for one specific thing. And apparently it was under $2. And then I went ahead and filled up with gas for $51.50. And then I had to add my $6.75 personal care items. And that brings my Sunday total to $175.41. So let me look back over all 7 days and see which day was the biggest. So actually Monday was my most expensive day, but that was clearly because of my car insurance. And then if you take that out of consideration, then it was Friday when I did a little bit of online shopping. But overall, the week of March 20th, I spent $1,242. So I have never looked at it this way. I always budget monthly, so I don't really know if that's typical or not typical. But since my brain was like split on how to film this video, I did want to go ahead and do it, like I said at the beginning of the video, the second way, which is realistically, what does my life and my husband's now cost to sustain us over a week with our current lifestyle. And this is interesting because I was easily able to pretty much figure it out because of how I budget. So my budget has 7 main categories: housing, pets, transportation, food, lifestyle, debt, and medical, which medical really could be somewhere else. But anyhow, those 7 main categories. And in a week on housing, we spend $950. So on housing in a week, we spend about $950. This includes HOA, taxes, electric, insurance, water, internet, TV, housekeeper, phone, and our mortgage. And then our pets, we spend about $125 a week on them. They both are very needy. They have special food. They have a lot of medicines they take. They both have major allergies and get serum shots. And this includes doctor's visit as well. It does not include pet sitter. I don't think so. No, it doesn't include pet sitting. If it was pet sitting, it'd be even more than that. Okay, and then the third category, transportation, we spend $300 a week, and that's car insurance, 1 car payment, and gas. And then for food, we spend about $350 a week, and that's eating out, groceries, and whatever meal delivery services we get that week or month. However, we don't get it every week, but it's rolled into that cost. And then lifestyle, we spend about $300 a week, and that is entertainment, like dates for my husband and I, hobbies, miscellaneous, like getting my nails done, getting my hair cut, my husband getting his hair cut, dry cleaners, clothes, gifts, donations, that sort of thing. And that's also where we put travel, but the $300 doesn't include travel. I just work it in when we're actually traveling. And then the 6th category is debt. We spend $51.25 a week on debt, and that's just for our total. We bought it on 0% interest. We actually only owe two or three more payments or whatever, but that's the only debt we have besides car and 1 house. And then for our medical, we don't have a lot of medical expenses. It only comes to about $6 a week. And I put like WW and any medications in that. So that, if you look at our expenses that way, I think I got him to be quiet. So anyways, if you add up all my budget items that way and look at everything that way, not just what came out of my checking account that week, then it cost me $2,082 a week to maintain my lifestyle in the DFW area. So that is it, friends. That was like a lot of information. I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit this video together because when I was recording like I do on all my other videos, like talking to the camera. So I don't know if I'm gonna clip away to that or not. We shall see. But let me know if you like this kind of videos. I don't know if I'll do what I eat in a week again. It's a lot of work. Like it is 4 o'clock and I think I sat down to work on this at like 1:30. And that is just this filming portion, not, I did do the math as I went, but not like getting the clips together, uploading them and all that. And I still have to actually edit them all together. So that's it, friends. Bye. See y'all later. Let me know. I will be curious. I mean, obviously I know everyone's lifestyles are extremely, extremely different. We're all at different places in our lives, but I'm curious if someone, you know, another couple of two living in Texas kind of area, kind of like my same age, if they're also spending similar, because sometimes I think we overspend, but then, you know, we put a lot in retirement and a lot in savings, so I'm not worried about that. But sometimes I'm like, the more you make, the more you spend, and I've really tried not to do that, but we do it. I get annoyed when we do it, but it is what it is. What's the point of having the money if you can't spend it? As long as you also have retirement? Does that make sense? Okay. Bye, friends. I'm just rambling now.